All right. It's May 25th. My God, it just turned May 25th. Oh my goodness. Hi to you guys. I hope some of you come on here. This is a big day. This was a big day for me in my life. Really a big day. But I'm gonna be quiet for a few minutes and see if some of you come on. There you go. I think I'll read my SP Declare. Who would have thought that Tori Christman Bazazian declared suppressive? But I was. Okay, so we're on 7, receiving money, favors, and encouragement to suppress Scientology or Scientologists. Totally false. Didn't happen. This is in 2000. Did not happen. Calculated efforts. 8 is calculated efforts to disrupt church services or the flow of public up the bridge through the churches. Well, let's see. Let me read it again. 8. Calculated efforts to disrupt church services or the flow of public up the bridge through the churches. Hey, hi, SP Tattoo Warrior. How are you? What about that hat? I know. Hi, Drifter Shelley. Hi, Tori. It's good to see you. Thank you. It's good to see you guys too. All right, I'll put my SP Declare down. We're getting almost to the end of it. Hey, Verity. Hi. What church services exactly? I mean, that's why I laughed, because it's like they didn't have to. In 1974, they weren't even faking church services. Now they are, but not really. I mean, they're trying to say, oh, these people are interrupting their church services. It's like, come on. Hi, Sue. Thank you. This is a really special day for me. It just turned May 25th, which was the day that I got married. You have a hint of pink in your hair. It's actually purple, but it probably looks pink, but it's actually the purple, and I've had it forever. But hi, St. Louis Scientology Squirrel. My dad's from St. Louis. I told you that before. So, yep. Happy anniversary. Thank you, Solomon. Grandma. Solomon's grandma. Oh, cool. Cool. Nice to meet you. That's nice. Is this the Solomon that we protest with? That Solomon? Or is it another Solomon? There's a younger man that we protest with who's named Solomon. Hi, Kelly BC. I'm glad to have you guys here. It was really surprising. It just came on. I just went live and it went May 25th. It turned from May 24th to May 25th. Yes, that's my grandson, Solomon Sassoon. All right. Very good. Very good. You should be very proud of him. And good job for you. Happy late stream. Thank you. Yeah, it's Midnight with Magoo. That's my stream. That's it. So I was trying to think of what I should talk about, and I thought, my wedding. I got married today, many years ago in 1974. I got married on May 25th. No last name's Grandma. Okay. Hi, Eric. Thank you for the happy May 25th. I mean, it's weird because, of course, my husband, I woke up and left Scientology in 2000 after being married to him for 26 years, happily. And he stayed in Scientology. I didn't think he would. I really didn't. It was really a very kind of odd thing because I really didn't think he would stay in. He wasn't ever really a true believer like I was. So I thought, I'd probably be like, great, let's go. And that wasn't the case. I mean, he ended up staying and, disconnected from me and whatever. That's the way it is. Happy anniversary. It would have been 50 years since you were married to your, I guess you're right. Wouldn't it? 70, 74, 84, 94, 2004, 2024. No, it would be 34 would be 50 years, right? Because 74 to 84, 94, 2004, 2000 and, oh yeah, you're right. 2014 and 2024, which is are we at 2024? I missed 2014. Okay. All right. So it is 50 years. God, that's amazing. That would have been really cool, wouldn't it? That's a long time to be married. Did your husband ever complain to you about Scientology when you were in? What type of complaints did he have? Not really. He wasn't that kind of person. He just, he met L. Ron Hubbard when he was a kid. Thank you. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Nanya. They love my hat. So no, he wasn't that kind of guy. He was a happy guy. He was kind of like me. We got along really well, I thought. It's 50 years. Wow, that's amazing. Oh, I never put that together. That's amazing. Thank you, Kelly. I really like it too. The person who got it for me is Casey Knight. And she got me a couple of hats, and they're both really cute. I like them both. The other one is more for summer, but this one's really cool too. And I wanted to look kind of dressed up because it's my wedding day. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about my wedding day. That's what I wanted to do. So first of all, there's the before the wedding, where we only knew each other for 4 months, and then we got married. I told you about how we were twinning up, and if you'd missed that, you can go back and listen to it. But we were twinning up on course, and he kind of saved me from Bill Franks, who had said, well, you're going to stay all night. Everybody's going to stay all night and finish your checkbook or your check sheet. And I was like, I can't stay all night. I have to go home. Yeah, good, Phyllis. So that was sort of, anyway, we fell in love when he saved me. That's my view of it. Thank you, L. Ron Hubbard. Ooh, bad Nick for me. Anyway, so I fell in love with him, and I think he fell in love with me, and we got married 4 months later. So we went to go, I was going to just wear we got married at Celebrity Center, and I'll show you the pictures. And I was just going to wear like kind of a, what do you call it? Like beige dress. It wasn't like white. It was kind of a beige dress with like little burgundy, what do you call it? Lace, just like burgundy lace. So anyway, he had I said, get something with burgundy in it. And so thank you, Aaron. Thank you, over and out. I'm telling about my marriage because I got married today 50 years ago. Wow, that's amazing, isn't it? 50 years. Anyway, so I say to him, get a tuxedo with maybe just a little bit of burgundy in it. So now the wedding starts, and it just was like, I don't know what. I mean, if you talk about your tiaras being in where you can confront something and face it and everything, mine were out. I was just like complete disaster, laughing and goofing around. And I felt like, I forget, the first thing that happened is a dog went, he and the bridegroom were up in the front with Seton Thomas, who married us. Hi to everyone. I'm just finished. I'm telling my story about getting married. Yeah, this is, well, kind of. I mean, everybody has different ones. Like we just wrote our own wedding vows. But let me just finish this about the dress first, because I'm telling you about the dress. So he got his tuxedo. I go walking down the aisle. This dog goes walking into the wedding, and Harold, for whatever reason, or the John, I think, kicked it, and it went flying up in the air, and it just made me laugh. And I was laughing like an alligator, I felt like it was just, I couldn't stop laughing. And so I had to think, this is a serious thing. These people think it's serious. Your mother's here. I think her husband, my dad, had died, and so she'd remarried, and So those two were there, and Harold's parents were there, and a few other people. It wasn't a big wedding by any means. It was in the Rose Garden of the Celebrity Center. So I love it. Hello. Thank you for coming. And hi, MD Media 18. All right. And Nanya, never in, always against. All right. Okay. So I'm telling about my wedding when I got married. Here in LA 50 years ago, I married my husband at Celebrity Center. So I start laughing. I try to get it together. I get it together. We go up to the front, and I'll show you the picture. This is kind of the picture with Seton Thomas. Harold is the one with this is his jacket. Wait, no, this is Harold. And this is our friend he's the guy that got me in Scientology, the other guy. So that was our wedding. It was just like a little wedding. Let me just see if I have another picture, because I think I got another one. Yeah, here's another one. This shows the two of us in our outfits. See, so there's his outfit and there's mine. Okay, now the reason I'm telling you this, I mean, we had a wonderful wedding and we had a wonderful marriage, but that jacket I hated. And hi, Sophie. And, well, okay. I mean, probably now it's a cool jacket, but at the time, to me, it just seemed so, I don't know. I didn't like it. So we had all these photographs, and for maybe 15 years, I would show my friends my wedding pictures, and people would comment on that jacket, and I'd say, I know, I hate that jacket. So now we've been married 20 years, and yeah, because we were married 26 years altogether. We've been married 20 years, and we were starting to kind of clash. And I said, well, they have a thing called a 2D co-audit, where you're basically going in session and trying to get off withholds that you can't tell each other. That's what happened. So I would go into session, and I'm the first person. Thank you, Heidi. And I'm the first person, and the auditors, and Harold is behind the auditor, right? And I'm thinking he must be having an affair, and he's thinking I must be having an affair, and all this stuff. We were really like getting weird with each other. We didn't say that, but I think later we figured it out. So I'm in the session, and the auditor says, okay, well, what haven't you told Harold? And he's behind the auditor. So let's say I'm the auditor, Harold's behind me, and I'm the PC on the other side. And the auditor says, well, what haven't you told Harold? And I said, well, I only have one big withhold. And he goes, all right, well, what is it? And I said, I think he looked really stupid in our wedding. And Harold just bursts out laughing. And I go, what's so funny? This has been my big secret for 20 years, right? What's so funny? What are you laughing about now? And he goes, you picked it out. And then we just all three just burst out laughing. And that was the end of it. It was just like there was no problem that we had except that one little secret that I had. I mean, he had a few other things, but it was fine. We had a good marriage. We really did. But I think that was a funny one when you see the different pictures. Wait. Here it is with the two of us. And see the burgundy, and I thought, and he said I picked it out, and I think I did. I just saw burgundy, and I didn't really look at it. Is what it was. That's what I think. But anyway, they call it nattering, where it's negative chatter, and I nattered about his jacket in the wedding for years. So it was sort of a bad thing. But anyway, we got it off, and then it was fine. So then we had the wedding. We had a very short reception out at Celebrity Center. And Eric Levitt, all a couples fight, honey. Thank you, Grandma. And thank you. Thank you. I know I felt really pretty. It was a really nice wedding. It was just a very short, which is exactly what I wanted. I didn't want a big fancy wedding. I didn't want to be in a church. I wanted a simple wedding. And so it was perfect in that way. And then we just had some food. And then he and I went up the coast. I know we didn't go real far. It was kind of like around um, Hearst Castle, that area around there. And we just had a wonderful time together. It was just we had a really nice marriage. I thought I was stunned when I left. Yeah, it's 50 years ago today, and I was really surprised that he didn't come with me because he I had spent years trying to get him to be in the true believer boat, kind of thing, and he just wasn't. It wasn't his thing. So I thought he'd be happy to get out of it. I really did. So anyway, it was surprising, but there you go. So now I found a few other photos. Now let me just see. This is one of my mom's, just so you can see her. She was really pretty. That's my mom when she was a little bit older. This was the wedding again. That's Seton Thomas holding the rings. There I am over next to Harold on the left. And then this is my mom and dad. This is a really old picture of my mom and dad. Isn't that a cute picture of them, though? It's really sweet. So why did he stay if he was not? Who knows? He wouldn't talk to me after that. This is my mom with her yacht before all kind of shit hit the fan. And this is me let's see. I just found these. I found these pictures. This is me in, I think, 1966. I think that's me. Wait. I didn't know how to put them. I'm sorry. I don't know how to put them. And this is me graduate. This is our uniform for Notre Dame de Sion in Kansas City, Missouri, where they sent me away to high school. That's me. Here I am. And then this is me in Park Ridge when I was a little kid. This is one of my favorite. I was always doing goofy things, and that was me. Wait, there. I'm in our backyard. That's me upside down. So anyway, there you go. I know. I love old photos. Oh, and this is one other one I found. This is, it's not the same as the marriage, but this was Frank Oliver made my sign. If any of you have seen me with my Scientology Stop Hurting Families sign, that's Frank Oliver, and he made that sign for me. He asked me, what do you want on it? And I said, Stop Hurting Families. And this is me pregnant. And that was, I think, in 77. And this is our little rascal on the phone. So there you go. I know I love old photos too. They're always really fun. So I just thought you guys would like to celebrate a little bit of my 50-year wedding anniversary if he'd stayed with me. And he thinks I left him. That's what he says. You left me. And I said, I didn't leave you. I left a cult. But whatever. Sorry, man. That's sad. I know it is. It's kind of sad that he stayed in because it really wasn't his gig. You know what I mean? He was OT8 and a mess. Most of the OT8s are a wreck. I told you, and if you missed it, the lady who is the cramming officer for OT8 on the free wins, and cramming officers are like correction. I see. This is a different thing. I must have missed something with Eric. What happened with Eric? Me and my ex would have been dating 10 years back. On April 10th, on April 19th, we were married. She cheated on me with another man. 7.5 years we were together. I'll find someone new. We broke up in 2021. Well, good you broke up. That I'm sorry that happened because that's awful. It's really awful. That's one thing that I said, no, Dice. I said, there isn't going to be any kissing of somebody else or anything like that. You come home, you tell me that once, you're going to find everything out in the front lawn. That's it. Over. Done. I'm that way. I'm very, Okay, why are OTAs a mess? I think it's because they have spent years getting up to, just like the OT7s were a mess, because we spent years and thousands of dollars to get up to these levels that didn't do shit. They didn't do anything. And so OT8 was even worse, where I think it was nothing. And so the worst part of it, this, I don't know why my light keeps going on like that. That kind of ticks me off. I charge it, but it doesn't last long. I don't know why. I love it. I love the light, but I don't get how to charge it. I've charged it all the way to where it's full, but then this isn't long. Before it was lasting for a couple different videos. Anyway, I'll figure it out. But where was I? I forget where I was. Why are the OTAs a mess? Okay, so the OT8 cramming officer, who's a correction officer, someone that's supposed to fix things when they get screwed up, she left and called me. And I said, hi. I said, what, are you out? And she said, yeah, I'm out. And I said, what happened that got you to leave? And she said, Tori, there are so many OT8s that are either seriously ill, really, mentally in bad shape, dead, or they committed suicide. And she said, I just couldn't support it. And I understand that. That's kind of how I was too. It's like it gets so bad. Okay, so now Sophie says, no, wait, no, that's not Sophie. Sophie says, why do you think he stayed and disconnected from you if he wasn't a true believer? I think, I know this is going to sound kind of weird, but this is what I think. It's a combination thing, Sophie. First of all, he lived, remember his parents got in 1950. So around the original people in Scientology were Dianeticists. That's what they were. They weren't Scientologists, and there wasn't the Church of Scientology. So there were a bunch of Dianeticists. They were all happy doing Dianetics. And then Hubbard came up with creating a church, right? And a whole bunch of them said, screw that, we're out, we're gone. And they left. And I think Hubbard figured, I've got to make something big enough that no one will go talk to those people. Because if they talk to those people, they're never going to come to my church, right? So he that's when he created, I think, the PTSSP, right? So those people are suppressive. And if you're in communication with them, you're PTS, you're a potential trouble source. And it's just a whole bummer thing. So Harold, I never had a fear of SPs and PTS because they made me PTS right away because I have epilepsy. And I was like, fuck this. It just never seemed real that I was PTS because I have epilepsy. I have epilepsy because I got it at 18. And that's just the way it is. So I never went along with that. And I was never afraid of SPs. I didn't talk to them, but I wasn't afraid of them. But Harold was very afraid of them. And I know that because when we moved to Clearwater in 79, Milt Wolf asked me to handle all these people that were, honk out Scientology, Save Sparkling Clearwater, Stamp Out Scientology, etc. Tons of people. And at first I was like, no, I have a brand new baby. I can't do it. And I can't do it by myself. And he said, look, there's only 4 people here and you're going to do it. So anyway, I did it and that handled it. But Harold wouldn't talk to them at all. He was like, no, I'm not talking. I'm not. He said, I'm not going with you or anything, right? But then once I got it successful and everybody was like, I was like the bee's knees because I fixed it. Later we'd have parties and he would say, well, he and I went and handled Clearwater. And I think to this day, he thinks he did, but I know he didn't because he was too afraid of SPs. But anyway, why do I think he stayed and disconnected from me? because he's afraid of SPs, and he knew they'd declare me an SP. But I think the more important thing is he was loyal, not really to Scientology at all. He was loyal to his parents because his parents got him up the bridge. So I think he just felt like, I have to disconnect. That's what I think. And I think it had to do with his mother and mostly his mother. Okay, so maybe they won't walk away just because they're already invested in so much. Oh, you mean like Harold? Maybe different OTAs, they won't walk away because yeah, I think that could be. I think it's a little more than that, but I do think that has something to do with it. All right, so MD Media 18 said, Tori, I love how enthusiastic, happy, and positive you are. Thank you. I do too. I'm happy that I feel this way. I really, and I appreciate you noticing that. Thanks for noticing it. Solomon's grandma said, are Scientology weddings like normal weddings? I only have been to mine, so I can't really tell you. I'm not a good person to tell you. I don't know. I think some people's were. Mine wasn't. Mine was sort of like a hippie wedding kind of thing, which I was sort of a hippie. So there you go. Tori has the best genuine smile. Oh, thank you. That's nice. It's very, what is this? It's very Tony Orlando. What's Tony Orlando? SP Sherry Chicago. You have to tell me, what is Tony Orlando? Oh my God, Tori, you look beautiful at your wedding. Thank you. Yeah, I felt good. I really did. I liked it. It was a very simple wedding. You're still beautiful. Thank you. Thank you very much, Marie. I appreciate that. Okay, those old photos never get old. No, I know. I remember those camera photos. Yeah, I know. They're really great. I love them. And my mother made a whole scrapbook from my dad when he died. And that was really cool for each of the kids. We all got one because he had like newspaper articles and cards and letters and photographs. And she put it all in there for each kid. It's really great. Sometime I'll show it to you. Evening, Tori from New Zealand. It's Sophie. Hi, Sophie. And thank you. Love it for happy anniversary, Tori. Happy 50th anniversary. Isn't that something? Wow. I didn't even put that together until you said that. Or somebody said it, but it was like, whoa, that's a long time. If we'd stayed, and we would have stayed married if I hadn't left Scientology, or if he'd left with me, we would have stayed married. There you go, Harold Bazazian. If you're listening, I know you're not because you're too afraid, God forbid. What could Tori be saying tonight? But Yachty, I know you are, and you can. Well, I don't even think you're in touch with Harold anymore, so there you go. Tori, always a beauty. Aw, thank you, love it. And this is Sophie. I love seeing these old photos. Okay, I explained that, I think. If you still have a question, let me know. And this one's, okay, we went over that. Oh, good. Yeah. Love it. Said she just noticed that I'm wearing the earrings that she gave me. Yep. I thought they'd go good with this top, right? Aren't they pretty though? She's really good at making jewelry. So sometime, love it, you should post your store so, people can get stuff from you. All right. Maybe they can't. Oh, yeah, that. We went over that. All right. Do you talk to any of your kids? I only have one kid. I have one son, and I talk to him all the time. I'm going to see him tomorrow night. Yeah, I definitely do. I got him out before I left. Before I even woke up, I got my son out. I knew I had seen enough creepy things with the kids, and I was just like, no, he's not going to go this route. And even his friends had gotten really creepy. And I just said, these aren't your friends. And anyway, that's a whole different story. But Yeah, I talk to him all the time, and I'm going to see him tomorrow night. I see him every 2 weeks for dinner or breakfast. Tori, when you're ready, we have many starred. I think I'm going through them. These are starred ones. Is he still alive? I think so. I think he is. But he doesn't talk to me, so I don't know. I can't say I know. Tori, the hat looks lovely on you. Thank you, Jay. Thank you. I love it. I really do. The disconnection is really so damaging. I know. That's why I have Stop Hurting Families. That's my main thing. And this is from Melissa. Queen Tori just got here. All right, welcome. And here's Jay. I'll have to check the light situation next time I'm over. Yeah, maybe you would be able to figure it out because it's really weird. Excuse me. When I first charged it up, it lasted for I think a week where I was doing videos and everything, and then it went out. Maybe 2 weeks even. It was a long time. And then I recharged it, and each time it's just a little bit, and then it goes out. I don't know, and I don't know what that is. But I love the light. I really do. Um, oh, good. You're going to be reopening the store soon. Good. All right. And beautiful inside and out. Thank you, Nanya. Never in, always against. I'm so glad you have your son. Me too. Me too. I really, my heart goes out to all these families where they just don't ever see their kids. It's awful. It's really, I mean, I don't know what I would do. I know one thing. I'll tell you one thing that one father, wait, let me get out of here for a minute. We were helping this father get his daughter out of Scientology. I don't know how to do this. Oh yeah, I click it like that. We were helping get his daughter out, and he was like a multimillionaire, a very wealthy guy, and he said, I really am not in touch with my daughter that much. And he goes, but I'm going to tell you something. If this doesn't work, and he reaches underneath the couch and he pulls out this huge sign with a big photograph of her, and it says, "I want to talk to my daughter." And he says, if this doesn't work, I am going to be standing out in front of her org every single day until she comes out. And I thought that's kind of what it takes, and I've told a few people that, and some people have gotten that, and their kids have come out. They've thrown them out. They kicked them out. They kicked the kids out because the parents were so disruptive in a nice way. You know what I mean? But they were bringing flowers and saying, I want to give these to my daughter. And they'd say, no, get out. At first they were really rude. And the one guy really knew his stuff on religion. And they sent the big PR people down to handle him. And it didn't work. They finally kicked the daughter out. So that's cool. All right. So now let me see what was here. Good night, Lady Magoo, 44. Pleasure to see you again. Thank you, Justice. I hope I didn't miss you. Tori Magoo, 44. Wow, married 50 years ago. I was married 47 years ago. Congratulations. Where does the time go? Let's both hope we always stay young at heart. Yeah, that's a good deal. Eric, Tori, my mistake. Me and my ex would have been dating 11 years, not 10, back in 2013. I was wrong. Okay, that's okay. You're forgiven. I couldn't live without my kids. Yeah, I know. That's kind of the way I feel. And I wouldn't want to think about what I might do to Scientology, but it wouldn't be good. And it would be very proactive. And I would, but it is so awful because a lot of times it's the kids themselves or the parents themselves that have disconnected from the kids. And that's not really something you can handle. You know what I mean? Because they've already made it in their mind. It's in their mind. Yes, it's a Scientology policy, but it's in their head. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just feel for every single parent, especially I have a few that haven't even met a couple of their kids. Well, they've met their kids, but they haven't seen them in years. And then they haven't met the grandchildren. And that's awful. That's just awful. Okay, love it. It's truly a testament to the integrity of the brainwashing that people would give up their children, parents. It's so tragic. It is. It really is. It's unbelievable. It's still unbelievable to me. All right. Heidi, Martha Simmons, Hearts and Souls don't know no age. All right. Okay. And from Nanya, grab a sip of water. I always forget to drink water myself. Okay, I will. Thank you. Thank you for that. Okay. Happy Wednesday, Troy. See, there you go. It's Tori, just so you know. I know it was just a typo, but I always joke about it because I had so many different names for so many years. All right, Jurgen, hello. Hi, Jurgen. And JDSA, since you know where Tori lives, find the closest horse boarding stable for me and talk to Tori about it. If she would go visit my pony there, if I do that for her. Oh, I don't want you to do that for me. I think it's really, really expensive here. It's really, I mean, I really appreciate, I do, I really appreciate it, but I just, it's really, really expensive here. And I don't know that I would write it enough for you to do that, but thank you. The thought is wonderful. That alone makes me feel really happy. My mom and dad have been married almost 38 years on August 30th, 1986. When they had me in 1987, March 3rd, Pisces baby, I'm 37. All right. Good. They're married and they're still married. That's good. That's good. All right. Now this is Detective Aludo's backup. Tori, how much did Scientology charge you to have the wedding at Celebrity Center? I don't think they did. I really don't. I mean, we were public there. We were on, I think we might have even been staff then, or shortly after that we were staff. No, yeah, I think shortly after that we became staff. So they, I think it was free. I don't think they charged us. I think for the food, and stuff like that, they charged us for that. But it wasn't much. It was heartbreaking to watch Laura yell at her dad, "I love you," when she saw him and he didn't even look at her. I know. It's tragic. And it's tragic for him too. I know. I'm kind of the same. I would have lost my mind seeing my dad. I would have had to go hug him. I would have. I mean, that's why I'm saying that. I mean, it wouldn't have been a good thing for me at all. I mean, not at all. God knows what I would have done. My parents have been married 66 years, and I love that. Oh, that's nice. That's very sweet. All right, now let me see. There's 4 more starred things. Verity. Okay. I love the way you talk about Harold. No remorse, no regrets, just love. It's true. I really do. I mean, I really do love him, and I really wish him well, and I hope he's happy. I really do. I hope he's happy, and I hope and pray he gets free of Scientology. I do, for his own sake. Not for me, but just for him. I really do. And but that's up to him. You can only hope and pray so much, and then the rest is up to the person. But either way, I hope he's living a happy life because he's a wonderful person. He really is. I mean, he gave me 26 great years. I mean, we really had a lot of fun together. We just did. I mean, I think half of it, and I always say this, I think 3/4 of our success in our marriage was we didn't see each other a whole lot. Like we were sort of like ships passing in the night. Like sometimes I worked in the day and he worked at night. And sometimes he worked in the day and I worked at night, but we were just kind of like, our big time together was on the weekend, and I'd be like, "Oh, Harold's here," for whatever reason. Whenever I'd see him at home, I'd be like, "Oh, Harold's home." It always made me happy. So I never had the, "Oh God, I'm married to this guy," that kind of thing. I didn't have that. Okay, we got that about your parents, Kimberly, 66 years. That's wonderful. Yeah, here's a good one, Eric. I always say a happy marriage, happy life. True. Have you ever tried any hair colors besides purple? Looks so cool. No, I'm not a person. I wasn't even going to keep this. This was just sort of a joke when I turned 70. I thought, all right, I'm going to put some purple in my hair. And this other lady that I'd seen out at the Aero Theater was an older woman with white hair, really short white hair, and she just had a little sprig of purple. And every time I'd see her, I'd just think, you look so cute. I really liked it. So then when I turned 70, I just thought, this is too weird. To be 70, it was just too weird for me. So I said to my hairdressers, can I just put a little sprig of purple? And he said to me, I'm just going to have it kiss your cheeks. And so that's what it is. You don't often see it that way because I put it behind my ears and stuff like that, but that's what it is. Oh, don't be sorry. No. Don't be sorry for me. But thank you, Blinky. But don't be sorry. I had a wonderful marriage. I mean, a lot of people don't have wonderful marriages, and I did for 26 years, and I have a great son. So I'm good. I am. But thank you. Happy spouse, happy house. That's cute. I like that. Tori, the purple is a part of you. Yeah, I think it's grown into me. It was, like I said, it was going to be a joke where I thought people would say you're just too old to have purple in your hair. But it looks so cute. And for the first time in my life, I mean, all my life, I would get just like streaks in my hair and stuff. And women would always notice my hair. Men, never, not ever. My husband, I'd say, how do you like my hair? He'd say, it's nice. Always. Same thing. Now I have guys stop in the street, roll down the window, go, I love the color of your hair. It's so amazing. From age 5, Mom, look at her hair. She has purple in her hair. All the way up to older men that are going, I really like your hair. It's really surprising. So I kept it, because I thought, hey, when you're in your 70s, you're not noticed much anyway. So if that's a little bit of it, that's okay. Somebody likes something, that's good. And I like it. I really like it. That's the main thing. That's a good thing. We're together 24/7 and it gets stressful. Yeah. We both, Harold and I, agreed we could not do that. It's hard. It just is. So you might want to take a few breaks or something or work something out. I'm like that with my hubby and vice versa. I'm very blessed. Yeah, it really works out good. I'm 64 in July. I've been silver since mid-70s. Oh, see, I love silver. If my hair would be a pretty silver, I would do it, but it isn't. He said, nah, it's a real, salt and pepper kind of. It's not that good. So we both said we'll just leave it for now. Does your son see his dad? Someone asked me that the last time, and I said I'm really not going to get into it. So that's between them. Never too old for anything if you want it. Now here's 6 more starred things. I just did 6. Okay. Chewiz. All right. I had purple hair off and on since 2020. All right. And this is Blinky. I'm 64 in July. Been silver since the mid-70s. Oh, yeah. I think we did this. Never too old for anything if you want it. Yeah. Very true. Very true. I have the loveliest husband possible. And that's how I felt. I really did. And that's a blessing in itself. Aw, nice hearts. I don't know what the last one is. What's the last one? What's this one right here? Is that a finger pointing to the hearts? Cute. Very cute. Oh my God, here's 7 more that are starred. All right, now let's see. I think I did them though. We did that one. We did that one. We did that one. I think we've done them all. Love it. Unless, yeah. Oh, wait, here's a couple. Okay, Blinky. I really love it and have been thinking actually by age 26, I was silver. That's what this lady was. And she put the little purple streak in it. You might do that. That'd be fun. Okay. And we are both retired. He goes to the cabin sometimes, and I go to LA on vacay alone. Yeah, that works too. That's the other thing we would do is just take short, like 3 to 4 days, like this weekend would be a perfect weekend to take off. And we would go on just little vacations instead of a big long vacation. We would, kind of leave Friday night and go up to like Big Bear, rent a cabin, stay Saturday night, Sunday night, and come back Monday. It's so refreshing. It's a great way to just get a new lease on life. You just feel so good. I mean, to me, long vacations are very tiring. They just are. It's too much. And it isn't because of my age. This is the way I've always felt. It's like, you go for a week or two and you come home and you're just like Harold and I, one time we went to a vacation and we went to Chicago and met all of his friends. And we were so tired at the end of it. We stopped in Colorado, rent a cabin for 2 days just to relax. Okay, where's your favorite nearby? I think Big Bear. That's one of my favorite ones. Gonna do it. I have an appointment with my hair maestro. All right, perfect. Yeah, do it. And then you have to show us. I got married in Big Bear and we spent our honeymoon there. It's such a beautiful place, isn't it? It just has so much color and it's just lovely. It's really a lovely place to be. And the other thing I love is in the summer, you can rent boats for very little. It's like, I think $20 or something. I mean, maybe it's more now, but we used to rent a boat and cruise around the lake and stuff like that. It was a lot of fun. It really was. Yeah, it's good to get out of the house and to a new location. It is. All right. I wish I could shout Tori's trip down here to New Zealand. I know. I know. I'd love to come there. It would be wonderful. But I know when I went to Norway, it was exhausting getting there and getting home. It was like, wow. Because I don't know, it's like 12 hours, right? Or something. It's a really long flight. And I think New Zealand's probably the same. Okay, CFS bothers me how they separate. That's true for everyone. We all hate that. The Purple Heart Tory and the purple streaks in your hair. Love your hat too. Thank you, Annie. Thank you. All right. And Sophie, I'd love to see more of California. There's so much. Well, come here. You can come here. Come here. You'd have a good time. Yeah, we could get together with all kinds of fun people and have all kinds of wild things. Yeah, you're definitely welcome here. Come on over. I know what you mean, though. This used to always happen. We had to go to Flag every 6 months for when I was on OT7. And we all would say, God, I wish we could just intend our clothes and our makeup and everything over to Flag, instead of having to pack it and all this stuff and then unpack it and then pack it again to come back. And there's like, one lady got really smart and she just left everything there. She said, no, I got a whole suitcase. I just leave it here. Now what is this? I love how the hat shows off more of the purple. Yeah, it does. I would love to go to Kenya for the safaris. Yeah, me too. My boyfriend in high school and I wanted to go to Kenya, and he did. And I got suckered into Scientology. And for years, he was in Kenya running the Peace Corps. And I would always think, oh, I wish I could go. I think, but I've got to get up through OT7. I really was a believer in the thing. And it was such a disappointment. It was like, oh my God. All right. And this is Tori looks like a new sheriff in town. That's right. I got my gun. That's funny. 10 to 4 a.m. here. Good night, Tori, and all your fans. Good night, Robert James. Thanks for coming. And thanks for saying good night. You sleep tight. Ooh, look. Running bear. I was born on a Navy base in San Diego. That's another place I was thinking is one of my places I love to go, is San Diego. It's 12 hours from here to LA. Okay. Yeah, I was there in 2019 and love it. Okay, well, you're welcome to come. My only problem is I don't have a guest room, but I have a couch you could conk out on. And I have a friend who has a guest room, and if no one's staying in it, then maybe we'll get you to stay there. Anyway, this is Blinky. It's a great idea for my hubby, but he won't leave me even for 2 weeks, and he's worried after caring for me since 2020, 2 hip replacements later, and seizures since being forced to get vaxxed. Oh, okay. You think the seizures are from vaccinations? Really? Well, I understand if you're having seizures, I understand he not wanting you to go by yourself. I do. I really understand that. And, as we get older, there's just things we have to adjust to. That's the way it is. It's just, be happy you have a husband. That's all I'll say. It's like, try to enjoy your husband. And if you need time, this is the thing I set up with my mother, which really worked great, because we would go visit her and it would just drive me nuts. And my son and my husband, we were all just like, ugh, couldn't wait to get out of there. It was just too much, right? And so one day when I was flying there, I did this little thing, kind of like, well, what do I really want to achieve here? What are the kind of actions we should do, that kind of thing. And I realized the missing link with these people that we were meeting with was there were no breaks. We were on top of each other all day, all night. It was too much. So I arrived and I said, okay, Mom, I've got a new plan and I think you'll like it. And she said, okay, what is it? And I said, okay, and we can do it every half an hour. We can do it every hour. You choose. But like every hour, let's say every hour, we're going to take a half an hour break. So you and your husband go in your room and you can read, you can watch TV, you can sleep, you can do whatever you want. You can go for a walk, whatever you want to do. And we're going to do the same. We'll be in our room and we'll either read or, like this was before everybody was on their phones all the time. But whatever you want to do, it's still the same. It's basically a time away from each other. And you could do that with your husband, where you could just say, look, I dearly love you, but I think it would be good for us to just take a time out a couple times a day, like maybe a half an hour break at lunchtime or, in the morning and a half an hour. I don't know what your schedule is, but, like a couple of half an hours in the day. So at least you have some break between each other and then you'll come back together. I think that's a good idea. Anyway, that's what I would do if I was with a husband who I was with 24/7. I would just say we have to have some breaks. Okay, I have gone to LA. Okay. Okay, wow. She's gone to LA every year since 2017. I stayed 2 weeks to a month. All right, well, if you come, call me. Definitely. All right, and yay, Tori. I'm planning on coming. Oh, Sophie, later this year, and now I can visit with you when I'm there. Yeah, that's a good idea. Sure, definitely. We can cause some good trouble. Okay, running bear, it really is horrible how they do that. Okay, this is obviously somebody who's, I would love to go to, well, he's talking about safaris. What is the thing that I missed? Running bear, it really is horrible how they do that. I think she's talking about disconnection, but I don't see it. And I just see running bear saying, I would love to go to Kenya for the safaris. Okay, good. You're planning on coming. The new theater play, Tori, Get Your Gun, instead of Annie. Good one, Eric. Yeah, San Diego is beautiful. It's a really beautiful town. And the other thing is the air is so nice down there. It's really great. Okay, here's love it. Running bear. If I went on a safari, I'd be trying to hug all the animals. I wouldn't last long. Yeah, I hear what you say, but they wouldn't let you out to do that. You could do it. Tori, what is Santa Barbara like? Have you ever been there? I have. My son and I, a couple times when he was younger, we would take the train up to San Diego. And this was when I was 100 pounds overweight. I used to be really big. And so it's hard to buy clothes when you're big. And here in LA, it was really expensive. So I went up, I took a train up there, just, we just went on a train trip just to get out of town. And then I found their, what do you call it? Thrift store. They had a thrift store there. But these are very wealthy people. So you figure they went on QVC, and instead of buying one dress, they bought it in every single color, right? And they only wore maybe the one dress that they bought. All the other colors they gave to the thrift store. So I bought all kinds of great stuff. I mean, it was fantastic and it cost almost nothing. It was amazing. I got beautiful jackets for work. I was working at the time and, just really nice outfits. It was amazing. It was really cool. But I loved it. And then we'd kind of cruise around downtown Santa Barbara, which is very pretty. And then, and we'd have lunch and then we'd cruise around some more and then we'd get on the train and go back and we'd have dinner on the train. It was really fun. Really nice. Thank you, Sophie. Tori, you are so kind. All right. Okay. Well, thank you. Witness, come see me in San Diego. We'll go whale watching. Ooh, that sounds fun. Can you email me your phone number or something? Remember, here's my email. Ta-da! I really like this little thing. Thank you, Sophie, for saying that. That's very nice. Yeah, I'm glad. I hope it helps somebody about taking advice. I hope it really does because it really helped me. I mean, our trips went from just sort of almost like Nightmare on Elm Street to these wonderful visits where everybody was chilled out. We had enough space. Then we'd go to dinner. We enjoyed each other. It was really nice. Oh, does your mom still shop at QVC? I had to stop because I, I, well, what worked for me, and this is a QVC tip, is that instead of shopping, because they really have this fanatical, you've got to get it, and there's only 100 left, and get that, and so people buy things all the time, thinking there's only so many things left. So my thing was like I had to write it down in a book, and I had to think about it for 24 hours. And then if 24 hours later, if I still wanted to get it, I could get it. And I almost never did. It was just like, no, I don't need it. I really don't. It's like, it's a real compulsive buying kind of thing, but it's fun. Witness says, okay, sure. Okay, so you're going to email me. Good. Thank you. Put the YT on the top of it. Now, wait, here's some more starred things. Okay. I think we got all the start things. Oh, here they are. They're popping up. Yeah, the taking a break thing is, I think that's a thing everyone can use, with, especially with your parents, but with any kind of relatives, or just where it's like touchy, and you realize we're just spending too much time together, and it's not fun, and so the time really helps. Okay. Now what is this? Temu is a cruel sweatshop deal for my reading. From my reading. I don't know what that's about. Hey, hi Joe from Scotland. Nice to see you. And good night in Albuquerque. Wow, talk about far, far apart. Scotland and Albuquerque. Good night, Shade Tree Mechanic. Aw, that's cool. That's a good nick. Hi, Shade Tree Mechanic. I don't remember you coming here, but thank you for coming by, and have a good night's sleep. Okay, this one I still don't understand. If you can explain that a little bit. Temu is a cruel sweatshop deal from my reading. Is that something somebody else mentioned, and so you're explaining it, or what? Hey, there's Joe. Good morning from me in Scotland. It's another place I always want to go, Scotland. And remember, that's part of my heritage: English, Irish, German, Scottish, and part Welsh. And I told you my son, he went to Oxford University just for, like, I think 3 months from Pasadena City College. Maybe it was 6 months, I forget. But anyway, they had spring vacation there. And as somebody just mentioned, Temu is a lot like QVC. Thank you, Running Bear. I didn't know what that was. Okay. But anyway, my son, on his spring break over there, went to every single country where our families were, which I thought was really neat. It was really cool. He's a cool kid. He is. I'm excited to see him tomorrow. Hey, Legendary. Hi, Marissa. Now, wait a second. Smart young man. Yeah, he is. He's very smart. He's taught me a ton of things. He's helped me a ton. You want to hear a funny one? I think I've told this before, but I don't know if you guys heard it. But you know about Way to Happiness, right? Which is a Scientology thing and kind of bogus. And anyway, that's what it is. But this other lady started a Way to Happiness thing where kids could go out and do actions that would help the community, and then she would have rewards for them. And I thought that was cool. I really did. They were planting trees and cleaning up environment, and doing good stuff that needs to be done based on the Way to Happiness. But whatever, I didn't care about that. I just liked her thing. And so one year I had to go to Flag, and my son wanted me back. We both wanted me back by Halloween. So he stayed on it all the time, talking to me. Okay, where are you at on your check sheet? What do you have to do? What's your next thing? What do you have to do? He just kind of moved me along, and I got home by Halloween. And so I turned it in to that lady who was having the contest. And I said, I really think, my son helped me in this area. And so he got a little award for it, which I thought was cool. At that time, it was really fun. All right. I'm Irish, Jewish, sixth generation Aussie. Wow, Blinky. Congratulations. That's cool. All right. Now, this is Timo is like Amazon, but I think he's saying that the manufacturers use slave labor. China has slaves. Yeah. I hear you. That's always a tricky thing. Hello, my favorite person. Hi, Yvonne Clark. Thank you for helping me. She's helping me with the monetization, hopefully, and Mark Bunker is it too. So hopefully, everybody keep your fingers crossed it all goes through. It's kind of, I haven't got anything in the mail yet, so not yet. But now it's the big long weekend, so we'll see. We'll see. Oh wait, it looks like there's more starred things. Oh, shade tree. Good night, Magoo. Sorry I'm so rude. I love your live. Now I get rest for work. I'll fall asleep listening to your sweet dream story. You weren't rude. Not at all. Don't worry about it. I'll tell you if you're rude. No, you weren't rude. All right, have a sweet dreams. Purple Groovy 69. Hey, Tori, you're wearing the hell out of that hat. I know, I really like it. I'm really not. This is the second time I've worn it. So it's just, I thought maybe on Friday nights I'm going to wear it, because I really like it. And so I thought, thank you, Yvonne. All right. And this one, I love your energy and hearing your stories. Thank you. Ooh, these just popped away. Are you still working out the best security cameras, Tori? I am. Jay came over and we got one set up, but then all my neighbors called the police. Not all my neighbors, one of my neighbors called the police, and they came and said it was ringing. So we've got to reset it. He's going to come over and we'll reset it so that it's like a shorter distance. Because what was happening was every car that would go by would start lighting up and everything. So we have to reset it, but we're working on it. Okay, now I apologize, but my CBD's kicking in and I have to hit the pillow. Okay, good night, Blinky. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's time. It's about time. I think we should wear that hat more. We love it. I know. I like it too. Well, then I will. All right, you're so sweet to have the kindest spirit. Thank you, Running Bear. I appreciate that. You too. You guys are all really wonderful people too. We have a good group of people. Beautiful lady, beautiful chat. Much love, kids. Okay, good night. Good night, Blinky. All right. And Blinky now, I know you're Australian. I get your name. I love Blinky. Bill, Tori, that's a children's book, TV show. With a koala bear. Oh, that would be sweet. Nice. It's great, Tori. So you were being top security for the whole street. Yeah, not really. No, it wasn't working that way. It was just, my friend had the same thing. She had her alarm thing set and it was just going off all the time and it was just driving people nuts. So mine's kind of like that. So I think we either turned it off or turned it way down. But it's still lit up today. I went out today and checked it. So I think it's good. I really do. And I thank everyone who sent me things. I have so many nifty things. You want to see my other hat? All right, there's this hat. And this is my other hat. It's not quite the same thing. This is more for summer. You know what I mean? Like kind of a summery kind of thing to keep the sun out of me. Good night, Blinky. The hat should be your new look. It's so you. Anyway, that's the other one that she sent me. But I kind of favor this one too. I like it too. Okay, so I watched your escape videos last night. Fascinating. Thanks for sharing it. Yeah. Cricket Cinema. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm glad you watched them because it's kind of an amazing story, isn't it? All right, now this is Saldada. I'm dosed with Neurontin. Helps with nerve pains and epileptic seizures, Tori. I gotcha. Well, good. Everyone has to find what helps them. I have what helps me, and I haven't had a seizure in 30 years, so I ain't changing. But some people tried to get me to do that. I went on there's a website for epilepsy, and I went on it, and the title was, haven't had a seizure in 30 years, or I think it was 20 years at the time. It was a while ago. But now my doctor wants me to switch to something else. I forget what it was, but everybody went nuts. They were like, don't take that. Don't take that. We tried it. It doesn't work. People were really freaked out. And the biggest thing everybody said is, if it isn't broken, don't fix it. And I haven't had a seizure in 30 years. So keep doing what you're doing, whatever they think. And luckily now I have a really good neurologist who said, Tori, I'm never going to change your medicine. It's fine. You're doing great. He was really good. I love the sun hat, but the gangster sheriff hat is my favorite. I know. Me too. Me too. I know. The other one I'll just use in the summer. I would love to see the compilation of people's escape stories. That would be powerful. A powerful documentary. It would. And I think most of them aren't most of them up on in the net or not? I don't know. That's a good thing. Don't fix if it ain't broken. Yeah. That's what all of them said. Same thing. Now there's one starred one. I think that's it. I think we already got that one. There you go. All right. So anyway, there you go, everyone. It's been a wonderful night. Thank you for celebrating my 50th wedding anniversary. If we'd stayed together, it's really nice to have had you guys with me. I appreciate it. I greatly appreciate it. And for the guys that come after, please feel like you can leave a note or something. I love your notes. I love the guys that come after and write something. So I don't quite get that where they go, oh, I missed the live, so I'm not saying anything. It's like, wait, why not? I don't know. To me, if I hear a story, I want to say something about it. So anyway, please feel like you can. And thank you all for celebrating my 50th wedding anniversary if I was still married. Anyway, I love you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. All right. I think that's it. Let me just see. Love it. It's impressive that people actually give that much before realizing what they are contributing to. Okay. Yeah, these are really pretty. These are Lovett's earrings. Aren't they pretty? She's got beautiful stuff. And here's Kim saying hi to you too. And Jay, good to see you in the chat. Oh, 49ers fan for life. Oh boy. Okay, yeah, Jay, so that'll be great. If you can next week, that'll be good. Ooh. Jay, hi, hundreds of thousands of dollars to get to OT8. Yeah, it is. It's a lot of money. And here's Sophie, Kimberly, hi there. Yeah. Yep. I think oh wait, now it looks like there's more starred ones. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, Lori. And here's Drifter. Thanks, Tori, sweet dreams, and to you. I didn't realize this was the 50th anniversary live, or I would have said celebration if still married. That's okay. Don't worry about it. I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you. Happy 50th, Tori. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thank you. And good night, everyone. Take care. Same to you, Witness. And thank you to our moderators, both Lori and Sophie. I greatly appreciate you guys for taking the time to do that. And thank you to each one of you for coming on here. I love you. All right. Have a wonderful weekend. See you later, Gators. All right. I'm going to end the stream now. There you go.